Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I am Annalise, and we are going to spend the next little while together doing some yin yoga with aromatherapy. So just a couple of props that we'll need tonight. We'll need 2 blocks. You can use heavy books instead if you don't have blocks. A strap, or even just a regular belt or a scarf or something like that. And a bolster or a nice cushion like this would come in handy, and a blanket. So pretty much everything today. So let's get started. Just check your environment, make sure you're in a nice, peaceful, distraction-free space, and let's begin. I have brought in jasmine oil for our oil today, doTERRA jasmine. Very precious oil, very feminine, in line with the divine feminine theme that we're following this month, which I love. And so if you have jasmine oil, you can grab that. If you have a different oil you want to use, you grab that one. And we'll put some into the palm of our hands. So actually in India, the jasmine is called Queen of the Night. So I love that. Their blossoms open up in the nighttime. So honoring that, the jasmine, the femininity, the queen of the oils. Take a few deep breaths. Oh, smells so good. Nice and floral, nice and sweet. And just take these few breaths in deeply. And rub this oil on your body now. You can put it on your throat, the back of your neck. I like this one on my sacral chakra, so just below the belly button. You can put it on your feet, anywhere you like, on your heart. Very nice heart oil. It's very gentle, very sort of light. And then we'll come back to stillness and come back to the breath here. Just come to notice your breathing. You don't even have to change anything. Just notice that you are breathing and the breath is moving in and out of you as you observe it without changing it. So you can really notice what it's doing right now. You don't have to change anything. And so this is a beautiful practice to come to if your mind gets distracted, which can happen, I find, in yin yoga quite easily, because there are many moments of long holds and of stillness. And that's when the mind can sort of get excited to move, to think, to fill in that void of busyness that sometimes we get in. And so that's okay, this happens, and come back to the breath when you can. You don't even have to worry about how the breath is moving in and out. Just notice the breath, and that will help the mind come back to the presence of every breath in and out of the body. And it's a very calming experience. So let's now come onto our backs and our bolsters for a lying butterfly pose. This is when you'll need your 2 blocks, one on either side of your mat to support your knees. The bolster is going to be nice and snug up against your bottom there, so that when you shimmy down one elbow, then the other elbow, then the other shoulder, then the other shoulder, you can have that spine fully supported by your bolster. And these blocks by the knees are really nice to support the hips, as this is very opening for the hips. You might not want your blocks, you might not want to use blocks. That's your choice. And you can put your hands on your belly, or hand on your belly, one on your heart, or hands by your sides. And then we're just going to rest here for a little while. In fact, I always like to have a blanket over me too. It's the weight of a blanket can be very soothing. So even if it's just a lower body covering, it can be nice and soothing and relaxing. And so as you lie here in your lying butterfly pose, just let the weight of your body sink downward with gravity toward the earth. And the shoulders just sort of hang down away from the chest so that the chest can be nice and open. The collarbone nice and broad. And now we'll observe the breathing and try to create an even breath in and an even breath out. Nice and slow, deep and steady. In the nose and out the nose. Continue to breathe this way. You can even count to 4 or 5, whatever naturally feels right for you. Continue to observe the breath. Let your breathing, your breath be an anchor to presence. And let me tell you a little bit about jasmine as you lie here, and just let your chest open, your shoulders open, your hips open. So jasmine is the oil of sexual purity and balance. And so it's really great to cultivating positive experiences with intimate relationships, and just tuning into a pure sense of sensuality. It is an oil of pure intentions, and it invites a sense of innocence and healing into your being. And this oil is one that supports feelings of trust and safety, and that in relating to intimacy, sensuality, and just generally in life, you know. It's a beautiful oil for bringing balance. It's a great oil for self-acceptance. And so as you lie here, just fully accept every aspect of your being. You are perfect, just as you are. We'll take just another couple of minutes here. If you feel like you've got more space to move in the hips and you've got blocks under your knees, you want to try releasing them. Go gentle, keep the blocks close by in case the hips don't appreciate opening too much too fast. So you can really be your best teacher, your best guide here. Let's take a nice deep breath in. A long exhale out the nose. Now let's take the hands outside the legs and encourage them to an upright position. Heel toe the feet to the outer edges of your mat. Knees come together and just windshield wipe a few times left and right. Gentle, slow movements. And the next time your knees fall to the right, we're just going to let the body fall off the bolster. So you can come onto the ground, push the bolster off, and slowly come up to sit. Ooh, that felt good. Let's take the right leg wide and bring the sole of the left foot into the right inner thigh. And we'll do a fold over the right leg. So turn to face your right toes. You might want to have your bolster close by to fill the space between your leg and your body. And you can breathe in, you can use the arms if you like. And then exhale, fold over that right leg. I'm going to use a bolster so that I can fully release and relax. Sit up on a block if you're having a hard time folding forward without any discomfort in the lower back, or otherwise just don't do such a big fold. Keep the spine straight and hinge from the hips rather than rounding the back. So not only is self-acceptance a quality of jasmine oil, it's also a quality of the heart chakra, Anahata chakra. And so just consider how you accept yourself. Do you judge harshly or do you accept lovingly? Notice the difference in how it feels within your body. When you judge yourself harshly or accept yourself unconditionally. We'll take another few breaths here. Nice deep, even breaths in and out. come into a twist now. So you can start by bringing your right elbow to your leg or your bolster and just taking your right cheek in your hand. Left hand can ground down on the left knee, or you're welcome to reach overhead. Some of you might even be able to reach your toes. So again, accept yourself exactly where you are and just enjoy being here, breathing, feeling sensation, knowing that the body is transforming, progressing. And not just the body, there's that body, mind, soul connection, the heart connection, all interconnected. This is another nice one for keeping the chest nice and broad, like you did in the lying butterfly. Shining your heart out to the side. All right, let's use an inhalation when you're ready to unravel. Come to face the leg. Use your hands pressing against the floor, coming towards you to bring the body up. And we'll switch sides. You're welcome to stretch your legs out first. Take your hands behind you. And you can press the hips up or do some windshield wiper movement with the legs. It's just a time to sort of unravel. And then we'll meet on the other side. Left leg is extended widely. Right foot in. Turn to your left toes and take an inhale first. If you want to use your arms, you can invite them into the movement. And then exhale, fold over the leg. Draping belly, heart and head over your leg. Check in with your breath. If the mind has wandered, that's okay. Just come back. The breath is always here for you. Take a few more deep, even breaths, sinking into this pose. Try and enjoy the stillness, observing the sensations, breathing into sensations. And then we'll come to open into our twist. So take your elbow to your leg or your bolster, right hand to right knee. And just let your chest be open, shining out to the side. Head supported in the hand. The nature of yin is feminine as opposed to the yang yoga, which is more masculine. And so here we're finding a passive approach to the way we move our bodies, let them rest and receive healing through stillness and the body's knowing. All right, let's take another deep breath in and out. And turn to face your leg and walk your hands towards you. Let's come onto hands and knees and just move out the spine in a few cat-cow motions. So this movement is beautiful for toning the spine. Every vertebra from top to bottom in an extension and flexion flow. And energetically, it moves energy around the spine, around the heart, front and back. And not just the heart, but all the front and back body. It sort of gets energy moving. So from here, this is when you'll need your strap, if you have one, or a belt. I'm going to come and face you here. Let's pick up the right knee and cross it over to the left side of the left knee. Now you might even want a block to sit down on here. Or if it's available to get your bottom to the ground, nice and steady, you can keep it there. Now with the strap in your right hand, hold your right hand overhead and take your left hand out, thumb down, and the back side of the hand comes to the back of the body so that you grab the strap and then walk the hands towards each other along the spine. Maybe you can even reach your fingertips to touch. So you can find your happy place there. It's a really nice shoulder stretch. So there's sort of like an opening from the right elbow across the body down to the left elbow, across the chest, like kind of kitty corner. You can let the head rest on the right forearm, sit nice and tall and open across the collarbone, the chest. And you can adjust your hand position along the strap so that there is still sensation without pain, but you can breathe into that. And you want to sit as upright as you can rather than slouching forward. So adjust your hands so that you can be upright and open as much as possible. Beautiful. Release the left hand. You can reach up and even take a little fold forward, taking the hands to the ground, sort of pressing away. And then walk your hands forward, towards your body rather. All right, let's roll forward onto hands and knees. And take the left knee over the right. Come to sit down. I should mention also this If this feels uncomfortable in your body, just take that left leg and send it out straight. This time the left hand will hold the strap above you, right hand, back of the hand to the back of the body. Take a grip on the strap and then walk your fingers together along the track of the spine. And sit nice and tall and open, even maybe letting your head rest in that left forearm. And here there's that beautiful opening kitty corner from left elbow across the chest to the right elbow below. It's kind of a different perspective. Energetically drawing away from each other, opening. Let's take another breath in. Lovely breath out. Release one hand and then the other. You can take the arms up overhead if you like. Let's fold forward just for a moment. Sending the hips to the ground more and more. And then coming back up. Rolling onto hands and knees. All right, we're going to come into a swan position. So, you can come from downward facing dog if you like, or right from all fours. I'll show you from all fours. Just basically the right knee comes to the right wrist, and then swing the foot over to the left, and then walk the left foot back behind you. You want to bring the hips as close to the ground as possible. And if there's any unevenness, fill the space. So if you can put a blanket under your right hip so that you're more square in the hips. Keep your chest open for a breath here, because you've done some work to open the chest here already. So let's feel the breath moving in this open space here now. And then when you're ready, fold down. Take your hands, walk them forward. Let the forehead rest on the back of your hands or on a block. And take a deep breath in and sigh out the mouth. And then close the lips and let the breathing soften and flow in and out through the nostrils. Let any tensions, any gripping in the body to surrender and release. Use your exhalations to let go of those holdings in the body. Stay present with every breath. Take another full deep inhale and even exhale. And slowly bring the body up. You can come back onto hands and knees or into a downward facing dog. And just take that right knee off the ground and make some circular motions with the knee, like this. And then land, we'll do our swan in the other direction. So the left knee comes to the left wrist. Walk the right leg back away from you, coming to square the hips as much as possible on the ground. Feeling the space as needed under the left hip if required. And feel that beautiful open chest, like the chest of a swan, graceful and proud. Take another full chest breath. And then fall down. Just exhale, release and sigh, and then come to nostril breathing. And checking in that the sensations in your body can be breathed into with a sense of calm. And stay present as you continue to sort of send the healing breath into any of those places that would like some of that healing energy right now. Find your even breath. Calm and steady. This swan pose is a second energy center pose, the sacral chakra. Also supportive of balance in sexuality, sensuality, creativity. Healing breath moves into any space that needs it. Your energy moves where your attention moves. So find those places and send them healing prana, vital energy. Take a nice deep breath in here. And a long exhale. And slowly bring your body up. You can unravel here from downward facing dog or from tabletop position. Circling out the left hip. So now let's come to lie on our backs. Take your feet to the floor, lining them up with both hips, and then press into the floor and take your hips a couple of inches to the right and let your knees fall over to the left. Feet here, turn the gaze to the right if the neck allows, and just let the body be twisted up here. And the last little squeeze out of any residual energy that needs to move through, anything that might have been shaken up. When we work opening the hips, we can often unlock some subconscious stuff that we're holding in our bodies, even from a very young age. So we might not always even know what's in there, as we can't remember, but we still hold energy. So this twist and the one that will follow is an opportunity just to sort of like a squeegee, squeeze out any of the gunk that might have come up. Let's take another deep breath in and out. And slowly bring the right knee up, the left knee up. Press the feet into the ground, lift the hips, come back to center. And you can take the knees in, hug the shins with your hands, knees to chest, shin, or what do you call these? The thighs to chest. And then feet back on the ground. Land them so that you can press down, lift the hips, take them to the left a little, knees fall to the right. Option to fill spaces or put the right ankle on the left leg. Turn the gaze to the left. I'm just going to relax here for a few breaths. Let's take one more really nice deep inhalation. And release with an exhalation. Let's gently unravel, come back. And let's hug the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. You can hold onto a wrist and just sway, rock and roll. Love yourself up around the sacrum, using the earth. All right, and if you want to take any last happy baby movements, which are just get a little bit deeper to the hips, you can do so, reaching for the straight arms, extend inside. And if you're like, no, I can't do that, I don't want to do that, put your hands behind your thighs. Just let your side, but you don't have to hold your feet. Awesome. Let's come down now into a final resting pose, gathering all your comforts to create your Shavasana nest. A bolster under the knees, perhaps a blanket for on top of the body. And just line up your head with your spine and your pelvis. Shimmy the shoulders in so that they support the energetic heart, and then let the shoulders rest grounded downward. Arms out. Take your heels to at least the width of the hips, but they can go even wider. Take up space if you'd like, and just let those toes fall outwards. Let the fingers be soft and just gently curling. Soften the space in between your eyebrows. Let your eyes sink deeply into the sockets, closer to the middle of the brain. Maybe lick your lips and have a gulp. And then let your mouth and jaw be soft and relaxed. Feel a wave of relaxation sort of cascade down from your shoulders, down your fingers, the center of your chest, outwards to both sides, right side, left side, down into the belly, into both hips, into the pelvis. And feel your thighs relax, your knees, your shins and calves, your heels, soles of the feet and toes. And just let your body rest deeply, surrendering, allowing your body to rest deeply without control. So you can just be. And you are very welcome to continue your Shavasana for as long as you like at home. If you would care to join me in coming out now, invite a deeper breath back into your body. Continue to grow the breaths deeper and deeper. Invite some movement into your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles, your face, your neck. Take a big stretch, full body stretch, reaching your arms overhead, fingertips reaching away from your toe tips. And then bend your knees, again reaching around your shins. Hug yourself here. And then roll onto the right side. And take a few moments here, breathing, and just notice how you feel. And press your hand into the floor so you can bring the body up to sit comfortably. Keep your eyes closed. Take your hands together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, the hand gesture of offering. And offer yourself loving kindness, self-acceptance, and gratitude for all that you are. Thank you to everyone out there And I wish you peace. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.